I'm Jeremy King. I am the Sustainability Coordinator and Community Liaison here at Denison University. Sustainability and environmental awareness have always been part of the Denison ethos. Back in the 1970s, Denison created something called the Homestead, which was an off-the-grid living environment for a small group of students that really embraced the ideals of sustainability. So we started with this back in the 70s. This particular location had solar power, small scale, to power some water pumps. In 2007, we installed really our first real solar array that was connected to a building on our library rooftop. It was 6.4 kilowatts. We got some of the money from a donor and another chunk of money from a grant from the state of Ohio. And this particular array was one of the first of its kind of any higher ed institution in Ohio, and we're pretty proud of that fact. And this was just the stepping stone to where we are today, where we now have solar arrays on 3 of our buildings, and we are currently in the process of developing and building a 2.3 megawatt solar array that will basically generate 10% of Denison's energy use and offset our carbon footprint by about 15%. We read all the time in the news and on media outlets and media sources that the cost of higher education is rising and rising and rising. Anything that Denison or any other institution like Denison can do to help mitigate and control those costs is going to be beneficial. And we think renewable energy is one of those things. That if we can deploy a 2.3 megawatt solar array, as we are currently working on, this is going to reduce Denison's energy use, drawn from the grid power, by about 10% and reduce our carbon footprint by 15%. This is real money. This translates into direct savings for the institution that we believe we can transfer some of those savings directly to students to keep that tuition pressure off of students. And quite frankly, it really helps us with budget control at the university level, which will help us plan for future investment into infrastructure, into new faculty, into our students, which is what we want to be able to do. So this really allows us to be competitive in the higher ed marketplace. Denison has a commitment to be carbon neutral by 2030, and the only way that we are going to get there is to be able to deploy renewable energy, either on campus or somewhere off campus remotely. We choose on-campus renewable energy deployment because from the economic standpoint, it makes the most sense, and I think it gives you as an institution some street cred when you say, no, we're actually doing it right here on campus. Our students can actually physically touch these panels. Our faculty can incorporate this into the educational environment that they're, into their lessons, into their research. And frankly, the whole community can see these panels and see the impact that they're having.